Welcome back. My name's Dave, and this is Macaro my N-Scale layout. Today we're going to do all of the vehicles that go along with the Farquhar's dairy. It's been a little bit of a challenge. I had to make decals for all the vehicles and stuff, and in N-Scale that means they're tiny. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate building one of these trucks. The kits are... I'm going to separate the kits out from the, okay. All right. So, let's go, we're going to go over to camera 6 here. And these are the models from Showcase Miniatures. They're excellent models, fairly simple to build. You do have to do a little bit of filing and sanding and stuff because of the flash. That's the phone. And to get everything to fit together properly, but it does work. I also have two 3D printed semi-tractors. So we now have a whole fleet of vehicles. We have, let's see, we'll put that down here. Semi-trailers with the Farquhar graphic all over the side of it, both sides. So we're coming along. We're getting very close to being finished. The only thing I need to do is to, on the actual building, is to spray this tank with XF86 flat clear, and that will hide the decal edges and stuff so they won't be visible. If you want a really good tutorial on how to do decals properly, just go to Boomer Diorama's channel and search. He calls it silvering. It's where when you put your decal on and then the carrier film catches light and it destroys the illusion of the decal being actually right part of the object. So I would highly recommend you go and do that. I'll try and put a link to that in the Show More tab. But let's get on with this. So, Showcase suggests using super glue. I use a combination of super glue and JB Weld. I find that JB Weld allows me time to position things, and so if you're not familiar with JB Weld, it comes in, you buy it in a package. Don't put it in the camera, David. Comes in 2 tubes, and you mix them together. They take between 4 and 6 hours to harden, which gives you lots of time to monkey around with putting things in the right orientation on your models. So what I typically do is here, is that, yeah, you can see it now. So you just take the 2 parts and you mix them together until you get a consistent gray. You don't see any more white, you don't see any pure black. And you just need a little dab of this stuff. You don't need a lot. So there, we'll squish that out. And then what I do is I take these very fine cotton swabs and I use them as an applicator. So I have one vehicle that's not built. It's the same as this one here, but this is just the chassis and the frame for it. So we're going to build that one right now. So I'm going to take a little bit of JB Weld and put it on the tip here. And I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. I mean, that might sound ridiculous, but I'm okay when something's 1.5 feet away. I'm not so good when something's 3 feet away. So I just take a little bit of JB Weld and put it inside the well of the tire. And I have filed the axle ends of this particular model so that the tires go in fairly easily. Now I really strongly suggest that you paint everything and then assemble it. It makes life a little bit easier. You could assemble the chassis and the seats and then spray paint it all black. But it just means you have to do more sanding and filing and stuff because paint doesn't stick to paint very well. So now we've got, I'm trying to make sure you're on my camera here. So now the rear tires are on. Pick up a little bit more JB Weld. Pick up a front tire, and there's a recess in the back of each of these tires, so that goes on to attaches to the axle. Stick that in place. Stick that in place. I'm going to move these out of the way now. So that we just concentrate on this thing. So now, a little bit more JB Weld, the other front tire. That goes on there. And like I said, it takes 4 hours for that to set up solid. This is a Gorilla Super Glue. And again, you don't need much. I'm going to get a fresh miniature Q-tip or cotton swab, depending on where you live in the world. And now I'm going to take, and I'm just going to put a little bit of super glue on the back, but you can see that the JB Weld is sticky enough to hold the tires in place while you put this additional super glue on here. Just a little tab of there, a little dab there. So here I'm just taking the Gorilla Glue, Super Glue, CA, and putting a little dot. And now I can squeeze the tires back in place. Squeeze the tires back in place. And now I'm going to lay this down and accelerator. All right. So, what's next? Well, we've got a rear bumper and a front bumper. So, again, I'm just putting JB Weld on that. And there's a little slot that this goes into. Oh, I need more. You could do it with all with super glue, but I find that this JB weld gives me enough time to make sure that it's in the right orientation and placed in the correct place. And now I can just put a drop of super glue there. So that holds that. Now see in the back, you see, I guess you can see the shiny part here. I did some filing just to smooth this out and get it set up so that I could put the rear bumper in place. So I'm going to put some JB weld on there. Come on. You do have to put a little bit more than you think because it kind of oozes out. And now I can put that in place. Again. And again, a little dab of super glue. And now we can position that properly. And I'm just going to spray the accelerator. So now we have the chassis and the seat and the front bumper and back bumper on. So it's time to glue the box on, and they recommend not gluing the cabs on so that you can take the cabs off and do fine detail work. These do come with, let me find one here. Okay, this is what we're working on, so let's, they come, I'm sorry, the stuff is so small, it's hard to pick up without a pair of tweezers. Nice thing about the Post-it note for a glue thing, you just peel it off and throw it in the garbage can. So they come with an etched brass or stainless, I'm not sure, it might be stainless, it's very thin. And it has the grill and some lights and some mirrors. And so I'm going to do those separately after I get everything put together and everything sprayed down with flat clear from Tamiya XF86, so that but let's just, we can put the cab on. He says it doesn't fit. Come on, behave yourself. Oh, this cab fit perfectly earlier today. I don't know why it's not doing it now. Just give me a second here. I got to get a tool. There. So we have the cab sitting on it now. And again, I'm not gluing it down because I want to be able to, oops, I just knocked the tire off. Okay. So the cab just sits on there like that. Oh, I see. I see now. Okay. This is not going this is the way I wanted it to. Hang on. I might have to do some filing. But we'll put the super glue on the front bumper again. Everything always goes all right when the cameras aren't running. When the cameras start to run, for some reason, things go wrong. I'm pretty sure what's happened here is that the space behind the... No, now it fits perfectly. Of course it does. Sorry guys, it's operating with me. There we go. And we'll try this one more time. This time just with super glue and see what happens. I like this little applicator. It's a neat deal. Alright, so I'm just going to set this down upside down so that the everything can dry out. That's what I did yesterday, and obviously I'm trying to rush this because I'm doing a video. So the things that need to be done still on these vehicles, there's some chrome work that needs to be done. The windows need to be painted in black. There's chrome on the front that needs to be done, and chrome on the back where the mud guards and stuff are. So that's would be nice if I put it in camera. So now we have a fleet of vehicles. Let's see. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna check. Sorry, just gonna check over here in this camera. Oh, that's a better picture. what is that, 7? There we go. There you go. So we have 4 semi-tractors and 2 of these vans. All of them have labeling on the door that says Farquhar, so we know what they're for, where they belong. We've got trailers that say Farquhars on the side. Let's grab another one. And this means that next week we will definitely be finished. I'm waiting on one thing to come in the mail, but I can wait on that. Now let me see. There we go. So there you have a sense of all of the vehicles that are going to be part of the Farquhar display. I've got one here that's, I'm pretty sure I got a file back here. But we'll leave that one over there so that it dries out, sets up. And so what I'll have to do on these is, I know that I've got, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to go back to 6. So this is what the trucks look like. And the only difference between mine and theirs is they have a door here. Now, I guess if I really wanted to be anal, I could do that, but I'm not going to. It just doesn't make any sense for me to wreck a perfectly good body panel like this. One of these body panels, to put a door on the side that doesn't really need to be there for the purposes of this diorama. And if you're wondering how I painted them, I use scraps of MDF or any kind of wood that's laying around, and I use the blue tack on popsicle sticks or on with larger areas with on these wooden blocks, and that allows me to I'll just grab something here and show you. I just stick the of course this has been used, so it's, oh, there it is. So, and then I can just take it to the paint booth and spray it. So like I say, all of these need a clear coat now. And like I said, we will be finished next week. There's a couple of outside piping things that need to be done. There's a few other things, just general little touch-ups here and there. But like I say, next week's will be a short video of the whole thing in situ, so that you can see the what it's going to look like when it's sitting on the lamp. So I want to thank you for watching today. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will try and make sure that I put a link down to Boomer Diorama's video on how he does decals, and I can tell from just looking at the progress so far here that it's almost fail-safe. So as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I highly recommend Showcase Miniatures vehicles. I have quite a few on the layout, and they are reasonably inexpensive. I mean, you know, I still have to pay for shipping when to get them here, but reasonably inexpensive even with shipping. So, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye for now.